Hi, this is Dr. Kirk Megu, TV and podcast host and former university lecturer. Now, yesterday my story, I was talking about a football player who, when he thought his father was looking down on him after he died, that changed everything. And I had a sort of similar experience, not in terms of a deceased relative looking down on me, but more, a mental switch that changed so many things. I guess it's 20 years now, almost, or not quite, but almost about 20 years when I was first married. And every year I was putting on a little bit more weight, getting a little bigger. I guess being happier and contented or whatever, getting nice good food from my wife or whatever was making me put on some weight. And I remember noticing it when my belt, I had to go out to the next hole and I couldn't fit in my regular hole anymore. And I thought, well, I guess this is normal. It happens to everybody, and it's happening to me. So I just sort of accepted it. Because in fact, my friends and the people we hung around, they were getting bigger, and we always remained among the smallest the smallest people in our group of friends and whatnot. But except there was a difference when we were hanging around Europeans, from Germany, from the EU and whatnot. We found ourselves on the opposite side. We were like the biggest, and we always found that to be funny. Then I remember a friend from England too. I remember once we went out for dinner with him and he ordered a cheesecake, which I love. I love desserts. I have a sweet tooth to this day. And I remember beautiful cheesecake for dessert he ordered. It was amazing, from one of my favorite restaurants. And when the waiter, they brought one for me, they brought one for him, and he ate. And when he reached halfway, I won't even say halfway because it was a triangle, so midway, right? So more than half was left. So midway through the slice of cheesecake, he pushed it aside, and that was it. I couldn't believe it. I said, "Is there something wrong with the cheesecake?" He said, "No. He just is watching his weight." I thought, wow, that's amazing. And I ate through my cheesecake. And anyways, one day I remember I went, for the first time in my life, I went on one of these machines, a BMI machine, body mass index, at a pharmacy. I can't remember why I did it, but I just did it. And it was seen that I was actually overweight. And I never thought I was overweight, but that objective analysis showed me that I was overweight. And I decided, look, this is not about body acceptance or relative sizes of different countries. This is an objective measurement according to health, and that just switched everything in my mind. And I just went. I won't give you my regime in particular, but I lost 25 pounds in by 3 months definitely, and it was probably before that. I remember I had to change my wardrobe and everything, but all of a sudden I had the willpower to take that cheesecake and cut it in half, because something switched in my mind. I knew that this wasn't just a preference. It wasn't just a subjective opinion, whether you thought someone looked good at this size as opposed to another size. This was an objective fact, and I was determined to make the changes, and I did. And I think that for yourself too, if you're thinking of getting into the media, if you're thinking of podcasting and you're thinking of it as a subjective decision, there is a subjective element to it. But if it is that you want to make an impact in the world, if it is that your message, your research, the ideas you have been dedicating yourself to, if it is not objectively reaching the audience you think it should reach, then maybe it is time to do something different. Maybe it's time to reach out through establishing a podcast, through trying to get into the media, or something else, right? But think, maybe it's that objective switch that might work for you. It certainly worked for me in terms of me losing weight and keeping it off since then. There's an objective measure, and I go by that. But that's my lesson for today, my little story and lesson. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.